Alright, these are the things in BJJ that gave me an existential crisis. Belt dysphoria is when you feel like you have the wrong belt. And the reason I call it belt dysphoria is because people take hormones for this too. Opportunity cost has to be an S tier. It's just gonna be a little hard to explain to my future kids that the reason the neighbor's house is bigger is because I spent all my spare time doing this shit. Talking to people who don't train makes you confront the fact that you put in all this time and effort just for someone to say, oh, you do karate? But to be fair, they probably feel worse once I'm done explaining UFC 1 and the entire history of the Gracie clan. This Japanese one is when someone prominent in the sport starts a cult, or ends up on a list, or gives their political takes, or posts this type of shit. For me, it's an F tier. All my childhood heroes already fell off, so I have no expectations. Sometimes you have to roll with a teenager or child prodigy who started practicing lasso with his umbilical cord, and there's just not much you can do. The white belt void is when you're a brand new white belt, and after every class you find yourself making the Gollum face. S tier. Once you get past white belt, you can look forward to realizing you're mid after years of training, but you gotta keep going. I'm doing this for my legacy. Like, if I win enough medals, my gym might name a kettlebell after me or something. Training or even just watching MMA makes you realize your pure jujitsu skill set is kinda ass and doesn't really work anymore. Astral projecting is when you gotta kinda step away from your body because someone's nuts got in your face or their sweat got in your mouth. But the good thing is, when you're in the spiritual plane, you can tell your ancestors that you're actually a modern day samurai. Lastly, we have getting injured, which I'm just gonna put in B tier, but it really depends on how bad it is. The worst is when you get injured at the gym and someone brings a first aid kit and it's like a used piece of gauze, CBD, and ivermectin. Subscribe and hit the bell so all your excess body fat goes to your enemies.